Thank you, Monica. So I got to thank Kristen for maybe one up with the urinal talks. They're very hard to top that. So my talk today, I just want to share some experience, life experience, and then also some of the lesson that I learned through that. Where I am today is have a very good career, good family, a wonderful wife and kids, but it wasn't that 33 years ago when I was half about to die on the Pacific Ocean trying to escape out of Vietnam on a fishing boat, small fishing boat with 28 other people. We were floating on the sea for about 14 days without food and water, and how I survived that is still a mystery. So the reason I'm still alive because I got picked up by an Exxon tanker, a super tanker, just under very unique circumstances. The tanker didn't pick it up on that day, we could have died because of typhoon coming into the Pacific Ocean, that particular area that night. So they brought it to Singapore Refugee, and you can see my refugee car there. The picture, that's my picture, and it looked different from now as a result of many years of fast food. So we settled in Chicago, and just like life of an immigrant. And when we first come here, very difficult. There's no money, no job. So we have to walk to church and grocery store. And the pastor of the church feels sorry for us. He gave us $2,000 at 1981. That's a big amount of money to buy the first car for the whole family. So one other thing besides being financial difficult, I also learned that to adjust in the new culture, you got to understand what you try, what all this language, all this sign mean. So I'm driving down the street and very slowly, and some frustrated driver, passed me and flipped the bird to me. And I thought that was very cute because that's really the size frustration. So I'm using that in my class during taking the test I keep flipping the bird because I know the answer to I couldn't remember the answer to the question that I tried to do. So the professor had to tell me to stop and explain it to me later, and that's very embarrassing. So how I got to computer science is very interesting. So in Vietnam, I actually studied to become a Catholic priest, and most of my study in philosophy. So when I got to the U.S., I tried to figure out, maybe I should study in philosophy. So I look up in the newspaper, and I don't see any job for philosopher, and all the job were computer data processing. So that's how I got into computer. So after finish college and study for about 7 or 8 years, working for 7 years at AT&T Bell Lab, I started my own company. I'm actually, ironically, back to Vietnam and start a software outsourcing company and grow it from 20 people to about 400 people. And the interesting part is, beside all the difficult startup, there's the suspicion that the government have on me that they think that I'm come back to Vietnam and work for the CIA because I look like a spy. So I have to went to my friend, U.S. Ambassador P. Peterson at the time, to have him bring me to the Prime Minister of Vietnam and say, hey, he's not working for the CIA. He tried to set up a software operation. And from that point on, I got a lot of support from the government. But just like, by the way, I'm not trying to advertise for Geico insurance. But what I try to say in here is life is constantly changing, and we need to adapt to it. So after I have family, got kids, I sell my company and take a few years off and to raise a family, to spend time with my kids. They're wonderful. And then I come back to the corporate life, working for Amazon, from Zenith administrator. And currently I'm join a company called Vertifor and helping them building a new software platform. And just like everything else, it's full of challenge, full of issue. But I'm so glad that I got to work with a lot of smart people. And so the theme that I want to tell you guys, it live a lot of surprise, challenge, but you can overcome those with determination, with persistence, and with the support of other people. So I constantly have that picture on my office at work and at home. So every time I run into any kind of difficulty, I just look at the picture and say, well, This is no more difficult than what I've already been through. So thank you very much.